So I was just walking up the escalators, working my little routine, and the day started going a little weird. Like I had things that I was gonna do this morning, and then the train started moving weird, and then I'm a little later than I planned to be, but it just gave me the inspiration to make a little longer video than I like to post because I want to share a story with y'all about something. So as I was walking up the escalator, I was just thinking like, um, I was brought back to a traumatic experience I had as a child, like when I was like 15, 16 years old. And it's like I'm kind of reliving this experience right now that I think about it, just with the way like the females out here be moving with me and shit, and the people in general. So um, I'm gonna tell you the story first. So when I was like 15, I had got a call from school that I was 15 and I'm like, fuck everything. I hated life. I hated everything. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just be, I don't want to say bad, but acting out. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't give a fuck. Like authority and all of that shit. Like I ain't care about none of that. So I went to school just to get away from home. I didn't do work. I really just was in there just giving everybody a hard time. Everybody, teachers, students, I ain't really give a fuck. So I get a call home, and mind you, like I didn't come from a house where like my mom didn't really let me do anything. Like she was real strict, and I got beat and shit. So anyway, um, I get the call home from school and shit, and I'm doing chores. Like nigga had chores and shit, so I'm cleaning the tub and shit. Got out of school, and I remember this shit like it was yesterday because it was like it was a traumatic experience, but it was like it's one situation in my life that I'm like, damn, like it's still relevant to this day based on the behavior I see. But I seen this shit when I was 15 years old in my own mama. You know what I deal with the females and the people here. So uh, so my teacher called, and I'm cleaning the tub. I hear her on the phone with the teacher, but I don't give a fuck. I know, oh shit, I'm probably finna get a whooping for this shit. So I'm like, okay. But then at that moment, I decided like, no, this shit over with. Like this my last whooping. Like I'm never getting another whooping again. Like I made that up in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I told my mama that, and I snatched the belt, and I'm like, this shit over with. Like all this my last beat. I'm never getting another whooping again. So I told her, I grabbed the belt, I flipped the little table, so she go in the room. She go in the room like me and her finna fight, and it's like my mom don't understand the monster that she turned me into. Like she thought I ran away because I was afraid. I ran away because if me and her would have fought, I probably would have killed her. Being honest, I was so angry, I probably would have beat her to death. I wouldn't have been able to stop myself from killing my own mother based on her feeling like, you know, she had a reputation back in the days for being like the neighborhood bully, so she kind of feel like she could fight. But it's like, based on her feeling like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, she literally was gonna make me kill her. Literally. Like, she literally was gonna force me to beat her to death just for me being angry. Like, I wouldn't have been able to stop myself. And it got me to thinking, like, when is it gonna be acceptable, or when is the black community gonna start making it cool for people to start holding these women and their family and their parents and shit accountable when they did as wrong? Like, when is that gonna be a thing? Like, people hold so much regard for their mothers, and I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying, bro, our mothers have, well, in my case, you know, based on what I now know to be true about my mom, based on her behavior that I've seen back then, and then behavior that I'm comparing it to now. And I realized this because yesterday I was at I was somewhere here, and this girl, I don't know her, but negativity be following me and shit around here. Like, I try my best to stay away from these people because I know they negative and evil. And I be doing my own thing, but it's like they'll literally come somewhere I'm at and sit right by me. Out of all the open spaces or open places that they could occupy, they'll come sit by me with that evil, negative shit. But yesterday, the girl, it took me back to that. Like, I was sitting there and she was like, really, really like trying to antagonize me and provoke me yesterday. And I'm like, it took me back to the experience with my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this girl thinking she tough, because, these dudes act like they scared of females or something around here. She thinks she tough and she playing with me. And it's like, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from hurting that girl if she did something. If she, cause I mean, she wants to present herself like she's, like she has the ability to cause me bodily harm. You know what I'm saying? So that's how she walk around here moving. I wouldn't be able to stop myself if she decided to do something to me or put her hands on me or something. I wouldn't be able to stop myself from showing her, you got the right one. And it just brought me back to my mom. Like these females will force you to do something to them. Even when you try to walk away, even when you try to de-escalate the situation, even when you try to take the high road, even at the expense of being disrespected by a woman who don't know when to shut the fuck up. These women will make you do something to them. My mom was the first woman that ever made me think about harming a woman because she was gonna try to force me into a situation I tried to walk away from based on me not wanting to be beat anymore as a kid. She was gonna force me to kill her because I don't want to be beat anymore. I've been getting beat my whole life. She's been beating me my whole life. So I decided I don't want to get beat anymore. I'm not wrong for not wanting to get beat. I wasn't a bad kid like that. I wasn't really bad like that. I excelled academically. Like I excelled when I went to school and did the work, I made the grades. Like I always been on the honor roll, every grade. I don't know one college and all. So I always excelled academically when I did the work. So was it like, I wasn't really like a bad kid like that. Misunderstood, I would say, but I was never a bad kid. So it was like, I felt like I didn't deserve to be beat. And I made my mind up when I was 15, like that was the last day I was gonna get beat ever. And it's like, people be trying to antagonize me and provoke me when I'm worse than them. I just conduct myself better than they do. It is like, these people will make you prove it, but at the expense of what? I'm the only one that lose. I'm the only one that lose. Like they'll put me in a position to show them that I take their life, and I'm the only one that lose when I show them that I take their life. At the same time, something has to be done at people that's poking at people and provoking people to do shit to them because they think they tough and there's nobody around to combat or tell you the behavior or warn you like, hey, it's a setup, it's a trick. You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, like when is it gonna be okay for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna say when is it okay. Like I'm holding my parents accountable. I'm holding my parents accountable for the things I experienced, the things I went through, because I only went through it because of things that they were dishonest with me about them. Stop being stupid. You can't help yourself. It's your mom's fault. It ain't even your fault. Your daddy wasn't a real nigga. It ain't your fault. It's your mama's fault. That's what I mean. You know, like these young girls out here, they move so stupid because of their mom's choice in men. Hey, mom didn't fuck a real nigga to keep his daughter in line and actually raise her to be a respectable young lady. So they out here very stupid, provoking me and playing with me as if I give a fuck about their life for real. A lot of y'all have never had a real one in the shows. Your parents won there. I said what I said. Sauce Lord shit.